Not to spill the tea, but today's episode is gonna be corny. Hello, tea freaks, and welcome to That's Rank. So, what's new with you? I have corn-flavored tea, and that's a thing. In fact, let's be incredibly clear with what's going on today. It's corn silk tea. You know those weird strands of floss that hide underneath the corn husk? The stuff that winds up all over your floors whenever you have corn on the cob? Someone was like, hey, you know what? That needs to be tea, and well, now it is. So apparently, and I swear to God I'm not making this up, there are multiple brands of corn silk tea that exist. So just in case you have some sort of brand loyalty to any particular brand of corn silk tea, well, today's product is Yamamoto Cornwhiskers Tea that I picked up at my local Asian grocery store, T&T. So let me share everything that I was able to find about this tea while doing research for this episode. It's caffeine-free, and that's really all I know. So if you're having trouble sleeping due to your tea intake, maybe this is the right tea for you. Now, the entire box is in Japanese, except for a very special label that I'm looking at on the back, and we're gonna get to that shortly. But through Google, I was able to find a product description for this, and it reads, corn whiskers have long been called Namban hair and have been dried and used as a folk tea. Corn kernels were also roasted and used as a tea. We've created a delicious blend of corn beard and corn and made it into a tea packet. It is caffeine-free and can be enjoyed by everyone. So you heard it here first. Corn beard. God, my mouth is just watering. So on the back of the box, I was given some instructions that read the following. How to eat. Please adjust the amount of water according to your preference. This product is a food product, so you can eat it at any time. When boiling in a kettle, put 1 bag in water of boiling water, about 600 cc to 800 cc. Simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes after boiling and drink. Leaving the bag in will make it even more delicious, but if it is too dark, remove the bag. For ice cream, after a boiling boil, replace with a PET bottle or pour about 300 cc's to 500 cc's of water. Put it in the refrigerator and wait for about 20 minutes or more to make cold water corn beard tea. You know, that feels like an awful lot of instructions for tea. So here's what I'm gonna do, maybe against my better judgment, since these instructions do feel very specific, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use some hot water from my Keurig, let it steep for some number of minutes, and then give it a go. But I will leave the bag in at the end to make it even more delicious. This has been steeping away for a while, and I feel like the corn has had enough time to effectively get absorbed, so let's go. And I know that this is gonna be good. That is not good. So it's actually got a little bit of sweetness to it, but it tastes like roasted corn and a plant of some kind. And look, I realize that's exactly what tea is, but those plants are often defined, and I kind of stopped seeing them as plants and more as the ingredients. So like mint, it's not a plant. To me, it's mint. If I have orange pekoe tea, it's not a plant, it's a pekoe. English breakfast, not a plant. It's a blood sausage and a whole lot of beans, and so on and so forth. And this is very corn. I can definitely taste corn. It's corn. I don't like it though. Like, it's not good corn. I would call this Del Monte water, but that feels like an insult to both Del and Monte. Now, I anticipated there was a chance that this might not actually be good, so I did bring a couple of additions to help spruce things up. I've got, I can't believe it's not butter, and of course, I've got some salt, because I feel like these may be the key that takes this from being very corn to being more corn. Looks like your car after one round at the car wash before they rinse it off at the end. Oh yeah, look at that cloudy goodness. And I feel optimistic. Butter and salt always amp up the whole corn experience, so let's give this a go. That's a nope. I thought the butter and salt were gonna take this to the next level, and it's still very corn, but it's also ocean water, and this ocean has a really bad oil spill. I thought for sure I'd crack the code. God, there's gotta be a way to make this good though. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong because it is summertime after all. I've got another idea. Like, come back in about 6 to 8 hours time. All right, it's been 6 to 8 hours, and here's what I did: is I steeped a couple of bags of tea in some hot water, and then I allowed it to chill in my fridge. I've got a glass of ice on hand, so we're gonna make some iced tea. To me, this feels like it makes sense. Corn is very much a summertime food. Iced tea is a summertime iced tea, so maybe being iced tea corn is the crossover that we've been looking for. I mean, looking at it as an iced tea, it definitely looks about right. It might be a little bit more clear than a standard iced tea brew, but overall, I feel like I'm getting some excellent iced tea vibes. All right, guys, this is it. This is the one. I feel like I finally figured it out. That is not the one. Okay, guys, this is a product for a reason. People do buy this. It's not a prank. There's all kinds of positive 5-star reviews online written in a language that I can't read and I'm too lazy to Google Translate. Maybe the problem is while it's very corn, it's not extremely corn. Maybe it needs more corn to really fulfill its destiny as a proper corn tea. So let's go for the Hail Mary this time. Take a look at this gorgeous corn I'm grilling up. I picked it up at the farmer's market this morning. Unlike this tea, this is what corn on the cob is all about. Beautiful peaches and cream color, some nice charred grill marks. This already looks like the best crop of the season so far. August is when this stuff is best, and I do have big plans for this corn. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit longer just to let the true essence of the grilled corn really soak in. Don't go anywhere. This has been sitting now for the last couple of hours, and I think it's had plenty of time to properly juicify its corniness into the tea. This right here is top tier cornology. Oh yeah, I really like the addition of the floating little bits in the glass. It gives a genuine floating corn bit experience. Well, you can't say that I didn't try. Thank you as always for liking, commenting, and subscribing.